It's a very important skill in mathematics to be able to convert sentences into equations, converting English into maths if you like. So let's look at this English and convert it into an equation. Right, Baz has 3 times as many sweets as Tim. Write an equation connecting the number of sweets that Baz has to the number of sweets that Tim has. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is introduce your own variables, okay? And to do that, you use the word let. So, we need to connect the number of sweets that Baz has, that's a variable, and the number of sweets that Tim has, okay? They're the 2 variables. So what we do, we say let the number of sweets that Baz has, let that equal B. You can choose any letter you like, but B is sensible because it's Baz's sweets. We do the same for Tim. We say let the number of sweets that Tim has equals T for Tim, okay? So Baz has B sweets and Tim has T sweets. So always start with the word let and have the confidence to introduce your own variable this way, okay? That's how you get going. So, what now? Well, Baz has 3 times as many sweets as Tim. So Baz has more sweets, he's got 3 times as many. So therefore, if we multiply the number of sweets that Tim has by 3, we get the number of sweets that Baz has. In other words, the number of sweets that Baz has, B, is equal to 3 times the number of sweets that Tim has. So let's put that into maths. The number of sweets that Baz has, okay, is equal to 3 times the number of sweets that Tim has. 3 times T. And that's it. That's our equation. Okay? We've converted that sentence into an equation. We've converted English into maths. And that's how it's done. Okay? Now, always check when you've done it, because it's easy to get the 3 on the wrong side. It's easy to write T equals 3B. So the way to check it is like this. Baz has 3 times as many sweets as Tim, so Baz must have more sweets, okay? So let's say Tim has, 5 sweets, okay? Let's see if Baz has more. Well, if Tim has 5 sweets, okay, then Baz, B, equals 3 times 5. So Baz has 15 sweets. So yes, it's correct, it works. If Tim has 5 sweets, then Baz has 15 sweets, and we know from the English, the sentence, that Baz should have more. So we've got the 3 on the right side. Okay, so that is correct. Right, let's do another one. Let's do Lucy is 5 years older than Mary. Okay, so Lucy is 5 years older, 5, than Mary. Okay, and again, write an equation connecting Lucy's age with Mary's age. So, as always, we have to introduce our own variables, so we use the word let. Let Lucy's age equal L. And let Mary's age equal, guess what, N. Okay, now Lucy is 5 years older than Mary. So Lucy is older. So whatever Mary's age is, Lucy's is 5 more. So Lucy's age is equal to Mary's age plus 5. So Lucy's age is equal to Mary's age plus 5. There we go. Okay? That's the maths version of Lucy is 5 years older than Mary. And again, it's easy to get the 5 on the wrong side. You might write m equals L plus 5, so let's check it. If, let's say, Mary is 10, okay? Therefore, L is m plus 5, which is 10 plus 5. So L is 15. So if Mary is 10, Lucy is 15 according to our formula. Does that make sense? Lucy is 5 years older than Mary, so Lucy should be older. Okay, cricket balls cost £5 per order plus £2 per ball. Come up with an expression for the total cost of the order in terms of the number of balls bought. Okay? Right. So, what variables are we going to introduce? Expression for the total cost of the order. Well, that's what we need to calculate. So, let's call that total cost of the order equals, let's call it C. Again, call it what you like. Okay? In terms of the number of balls bought. So let number of balls bought, let's call that N. Why not? Okay, so those are our variables. Right. You have to pay £5 per order and £2 for every ball that you buy. So, the total cost of ordering a bunch of cricket balls is equal to, it's always £5, okay, per order, plus, they actually got the word plus, so you can write that down, £2 per ball. Okay, that means if you buy, I don't know, 5 balls, you're adding £10 onto the cost. So you're multiplying the number of balls by 2. So it's £2 times the number of balls. So it's 2n. That's it. The total cost of buying a bunch of cricket balls is 5 plus 2n. And that's the maths equivalent of that sentence. Okay, let's check it. Let's say we buy 10 cricket balls. What will the total cost be? Well, n is 10, because the number of balls bought is 10. So total cost would be 2 times 10, that's 20, plus 5, 25. Seems reasonable? Okay, now, once you've got an equation, you can use that to solve the equation to answer further questions. For example, Wayne paid £17 for the total cost of his order was £17. How many balls did he buy? Okay, so Wayne paid £17. Okay, how many balls did he buy? Okay, so we're going to solve this equation. You've constructed the equation, you can use that to answer questions like this. And this is common in exams, this style of question. Okay, so Wayne paid £17. That means the total cost of his order, C, is 17, right? That's what that bit tells you. And we have to work out the number of balls he bought. Well, the number of balls bought is N. So that's what we're trying to work out. So all you do is put these numbers into your equation. So therefore, 3 dots means therefore, 17 is equal to 5 plus 2n. Okay? All we've done is substitute in the value of C into this equation, and that's 17. As C equals 5 plus 2n. And now we use our algebra skills to solve it. We have to work out the number of balls bought, so we have to work out n. That means use our algebra skills to get n by itself. So that means get the 5 and the 2 on the other side, and then n will be by itself. Or in other words, make n the subject of the equation, to use maths parlance. Anyway, first thing to do, get the 5 over here. We do that by subtracting 5 from both sides of the equation. 5 minus 5 is 0. Therefore, 17 minus 5 is 12 equals 2n. Okay? Now we get the 2 over here. We'll get rid of the 2 on that side. And we do that by dividing both sides by 2. N times 2 divided by 2 is just n. Therefore, 12 over 2 is 6, is equal to n. Or n is 6, same thing. So, Wayne bought 6 balls. Boom! It's great, isn't it? Algebra really works. You can convert English into equations and use it to work out stuff like that. Let's do another example. There's a saying in life, maybe you've heard it, that the minimum acceptable age of a woman for a man to date is half his age plus 7. Okay? So we're going to use this to answer this question. Sydney, don't judge him yet, is 52. His girlfriend is 29. Is Sydney a dirty old man? Well, first thing to do is convert this English into maths. So, the acceptable age of the woman is half a man's age plus 7. So we say, let the acceptable age of a woman, acceptable age of a woman, so let's call that G for the girl's age. Okay? And also let the man's age equal M. Okay, so we've got to connect G and M in an equation. So the acceptable age of a woman, well, that's G, that's equals half the man's age plus 7. So the man's age is M, right? Half his age, divide it by 2, plus 7. Plus 7. There we go. The acceptable age of the woman is half the man's age plus 7. Okay. We've got our formula. G is M over 2 plus 7. So, is Sydney a dirty old man? Right, Sydney is 52. So the man's age, M, is 52. So M is 52. Okay. Let's work out the G, the minimum acceptable age for a man of 52. So M is 52. Therefore, G is M over 2. Well, I'll just write out the whole thing. M over 2 plus 7. Okay. So, G for Sydney is, he's 52. So the man's age, M, is 52. So it's 52 over 2 plus 7. Okay? And the 2 is only dividing the 52, not the 7. So we do that first and then that. So therefore, G is 52 over 2 is 26 plus 7. Therefore, G is 26 plus 7 is 33. So, the minimum acceptable age for Sydney, for his girlfriend, is 33 years old. And Sydney has gone under that. Sydney's girlfriend is 29. So is Sydney a dirty old man? Yes, he is. Or as his friends describe him, a legend.